Winter golf would be great on a day like today, but there's always the chance that we might get that muddy lie around the greens. Keep watching this video to find out how you can successfully play this shot and fear it no more. Andy Shakespeare here, PJ Professional and Short Game Specialist. Welcome to Shakespear Short Game Secrets. Thanks for tuning in, and many thanks to all my new subscribers who have signed up to my channel. If you haven't signed up to my channel already, please make sure you hit subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my latest releases. So, how do we play that muddy lie shot? It's a shot which is horrible, no one likes to play it. Anyone from the beginner all the way through to the Tour Pro will really not fancy playing this shot. It's a real tricky one, and I'm going to give you a few hints and tips what we can do to be more successful at this shot. So I'm just going to start off by showing you the lie here on the ground. So just that you get an idea of what lie I'm playing from, this is pretty common around the greens this time of year, that the grass is trampled down and we get that ball just lying in that muddy spot. As you can see, that lie is not great, the ball's on the mud, so how am I going to be successful at playing this shot? So the key here is to ensure that we don't get our leading edge stuck into the ground. So by that I mean the front edge of the club here, that we don't want this to start digging into the ground. So what that really means is that we need to start utilising the bounce, so the sole area of the club here, and get that working to our advantage. So we're going to do something here which is really counterintuitive, because when you see this lie, your natural instinct is going to be put the ball back in your stance, try and chop down on it and try and punch the ball. So if I do that and get it wrong, suddenly we get that duff shot. So we've all seen that, it's not great, it's not going to be successful. So let's put the ball back in that muddy lie again, so I can assure you the lie is still as bad as it was. How are we going to be successful then? So how can we use that bounce? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the ball really far forward in my stance. So I'm talking up level with that left toe. So intuitively you're going to think, oh, I'm going to fin this, but what it actually does, it gives you loads of time for the club to shallow out and use the bounce of the club. So when you play this shot with the ball forward, it's really important that you don't break down your wrist angles, because if you do that you will hit that fin. So if I maintain my wrist angles with that ball really far forward, so level with my front toe, and I've got that good rotation, I'm allowing maximum time for the club to shallow out, create that really nice strike and utilise that bounce to help it glide through the mud. So let's see how I get on. So ball's far forward, not breaking down my wrists, using the bounce of the club. Lovely. So I really felt the club slide under the ball. It interacted with the mud a bit, but the club certainly didn't get stuck. From the slow-mo footage there, you could certainly see that the ball was far forward and I actually struck the ground before I struck the ball. So that shallowness just shows that the bounce is interacting with that mud before the ball. But as long as the bounce is on the club, it will still glide through that mud and you'll still get a fairly decent strike and a successful shot. In summary then, to be successful at this shot, you've got to go against your natural instincts. Put that ball forward in your stance. That helps you shallow out the club and use the bounce. So by no means is this shot easy, it's going to take some practice. So get yourself around the chipping green, put yourself in bad lies and practice chipping off of bad lies. Thanks for watching this edition of Shakespear Short Game Secrets. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up and please make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my latest short game tips.